Sonderegger. With me, Tom Kuypers from the Republican Central Committee, St. Charles County. Tom, this is your second stint as chairman?
Yes, it is.
And how long were you gone?
I think, 3 years, I think, because I went through the 2004 and 2006, yeah, about 3 years.
Why'd you get back in it?
Well, by statute, there are three things that a Republican Central Committee or a Democrat Central Committee, a Central Committee does. It can select judges for polls. It selects nominees when a person dies in office or resigns. And the third thing, and one of the most important things, is that the Central Committee runs the party caucus. It organizes and runs the party caucus. Our party caucus this last time was an absolute disaster. And what happened there was that John McCain won the primary election. It is then the duty to organize the caucus to select the delegates to the state convention and to the Congressional District Convention for John McCain. Our Central Committee, over half of them, didn't even bother to show up at the caucus. And the chairman let the caucus run out of control because a bunch of Ron Paul delegates came in, took over the caucus, and contrary to selecting delegates for the primary winner, selected delegates for Ron Paul. It was because the Central Committee didn't plan, they didn't organize, and they did not control the caucus. And I went ballistic, and that's why I came back into it. Because here this hero won in Missouri, and my kind of Republican, and I just couldn't see this Central Committee not supporting him.
How did you rectify that? What did you do? Did you have another caucus or what?
Well, they were elected to go there, and what I did, quite frankly, is I went to the 2nd Congressional District Chairman and challenged the results for there being actual and true Republicans. And as a consequence, had the delegation thrown out of the 2nd Congressional District Caucus, and they were not seated. And I was a member of the Credentials Committee that did that, so I guess if folks out there want to blame somebody for doing so, they can blame me. But
well, how did Ron Paul, how many votes did he get in Missouri? I mean, was he
3%, about 3%.
3%?
So we have 3% of these folks that for whatever their agenda is, took over a real Republican stronghold here in St. Charles County, and that was enough. I just decided to get back into it. And, I mean, I had retired from Boeing and perfectly content being a tour guide at the St. Louis Zoo, and all of a sudden this happens, and I couldn't take it anymore.